on the road.
Okay. All right, are we ready?
Let's do it.
Let's do this. Let's do this. I'm going to share my screen. Give me one moment. I want to save this. Uh-oh, what is going on?
You're at the end.
I'm at the end and I don't want to go there. It's amazing when you set something up to work and then it doesn't want to work right. It wants to give me a hard time. Give me 1 second, people. And I will start this from the beginning. All right. Now, ta-da! This is how we do it. I want to welcome everyone to our Best Start Antelope Valley Regional Meeting. Today we have a full agenda and I want you to get comfortable. Make sure you have some water, your tea, your coffee, because we have a great meeting planned. It is full of activities and interaction. So Sylvia warned you earlier, make sure you might want to keep a piece of paper and pencil handy because we have some interaction things and we have some wonderful giveaways that we want to make sure you are able to participate in. This is our agenda. I want you to take a good look and we're going to keep it moving. Sylvia, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Thank you, Darrell. Good morning and welcome, everybody. We just wanted to give a brief overview about Best Start, just a reminder of what we're looking at doing, what we're hoping to do, and what our mission is here. Best Start is First 5 LA's primary investment in engaging communities in a common vision and attention for children and families to thrive, working to strengthen the community leadership and collaboration across all sectors. The purpose of the Best Start project is really to cultivate community voice, leadership, and power to advance systems change. Community voice and power are key to systemic change. There are three, let me start off first by saying what the North Star for First 5 and Best Start is, and that is that we hope that by 2028, that all children in LA County will enter kindergarten ready to succeed in school and in life. So that's our overall North Star. And just a little bit more in terms of like what areas and outcomes we're looking for. Some of the three strategic focus areas for Best Start are the networks. How does the Best Start community evolve into networks so that we can better position to advocate for children and families through policy and system change? The second area is public infrastructure. How do we improve coordination, accessibility, influence, and engagement to improve built environment? And the third strategic focus area is field building. How do we increase sharing the knowledge and data, engagement, and really bring the community together to utilize that data to make some impact in the community? And the four outcomes that we look for in Best Start are, the first one is we want to have families have the resources, opportunities, and relationships to optimize their child's development. When families thrive, so do the children. Families thrive when they form strong bonds in the community, when they have access to the right resources and help navigate the systems that support families, such as education, health, mental health, and other systems. The second outcome that we're looking for is that children receive an early and timely developmental support and services, regular screenings to help identify any developmental and behavioral delays at an early stage. This helps family access early intervention services when they matter most. The third outcome that we're looking at is that children are safe from abuse, neglect, and other trauma. The effects of a traumatic experience during early years can last a lifetime. Addressing trauma in early childhood must include a focus on reducing child abuse and neglect. And the fourth outcome that we're looking at in Best Start is that children have high quality early care and educational experiences. High quality care and education before kindergarten leads to future school success. High quality early care and education also aids in developing socio-emotional skills and builds positive relationships with adults and peers. Next slide. The two areas that we continue to focus in Best Start Antelope Valley are, the first one is resource mobilization with an emphasis in early childhood education and looking at what resources are here, what resources do we need, is there gaps in certain systems, what are some of the inequalities that we see that affect our community. That's a huge, one of our huge focus areas. And the second one is child abuse awareness and prevention. We know that we have really high numbers in the Antelope Valley. We are known systemically, as some of the highest numbers in LA County, in the state, and possibly even in the United States. And so we really want to work on having everybody in the community be aware of it, but also what are some of the prevention tools that we can share with the community so that we can start bringing down these numbers, and how do we bring everybody together to start working as a community to reach out to our families in our community and help them avoid becoming part of the child abuse system or the child welfare system. So these are the two areas that we have that we are focusing in Best Start Antelope Valley.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Sylvia. I want to say personally, as a part of my team, we want to welcome our new attendees. If this is your first time attending one of our Best Start regional meetings, just go ahead and raise your hand, use that little emoji, or give us a thumbs up. We want to say thank you for joining us and welcome. Okay.
Yes, thank you. One of the things about that we really, really appreciate is how we have some community members who are consistently joining our meetings, that are consistently participating, whether it's an outreach event. And so we really wanted to take the time to acknowledge some of our Best Start members. Two of them aren't here today, but one is. And the first one is Maria Morales. Now, Maria Morales has been consistently to every single Best Start meeting that we've had since January, and has always participated and engaged in our meetings. So we really want to congratulate, we want to say thank you. Maria, we have a certificate for you. And we also, as part of, here's a certificate, and we will be mailing all this to you. But part of this to say thank you, and really the modeling that you're doing for other community members about being consistent and engaging. For that, we are also going to be gifting you a Fire HD8 tablet. So congratulations, thank you, muchas gracias. And,
thank you.
So yeah, so this is coming your way. We have two other people that we'd like to mention. They're not here with us this morning. They're probably going to be here this afternoon, but they're the second runners up in terms of coming to the meetings, participating in some of the events, and they were tied for second place. And that's Iris Urias and Jessica Ramirez. And one of the things about Iris is that she is so, every outreach engagement that we have, or every festival or community event that we're at, she always comes and she's taking pictures, she's sharing it on her social media. So we're really thankful for that. And they each are getting a $25 gift certificate to Jersey Mike Subs, and Jessica's getting a $25 gift certificate to Panda Express. So again, thank you, Maria, Iris, and Jessica for your continued support and participation.
Thank you. We appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I'm going to turn this over to my coworker, Tracy, and take it away, Tracy.
Absolutely. And congratulations, Maria. Thank you for being a part of being what we call the best part of Best Start. So thank you. I am going to just let you read a little something, and then we're going to actually have a game. So I just wanted to read it off real quick. As you know or may not know, June is Pride Month. And the LGBTQ, known as Gay Pride, is the promotion of self-affirmation, dignity, equality, and increased visibility of lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender people, known as LGBTQ, as a social group. Pride, as opposed to shame or social stigma, is the predominant outlook that bolsters most LGBTQ rights movement. Pride has lent its name to LGBTQ themed organizations, institutes, foundations, etc. And we here at Children's Bureau of Southern California, which is the overseeing agency of Best Start, are very focused on equality, inclusion, and equity. So it's important that we celebrate our Pride Month this month. And so now we're going to have a game. And so the game is really simple. It's, I think, composed of 6 questions, and there are going to be prizes at the end of it. So your goal, your job, should you choose to accept it, is to try and answer the question correctly. My colleagues will be tallying who is getting the answers correctly, and then there will be prizes at the end. So here we go. Without further ado,
we will have a first, second, and third place prizes.
For sure. And so here we go. And can everyone see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Here we go. And so what they're going to be is questions. And when the questions arise, you're going to get a question. You're going to get 3 possible answers. And then whichever answer you think is the correct one, put it in the chat. So that's how it's going to be. And it's pretty self-explanatory. So here we go. And as I mentioned, June is Pride Month. So the first question, the United States' first Pride Parade took place in what year? And so again, once I give the answer, or once I give the 3 possible answers, just put it into the chat, and then you'll see the answer. And at the end, we will tally up. Stephanie will be tallying up who is the winners. And there will be 3 winners. So the United States' first Pride Parade took place in what year? The choices are 1965, 1968, 1970. And I should have had on my phone, Okay, and so Stephanie, if you can help me out and make sure we're checking the chat. Anybody who wants to answer, please answer. And again, what was the first Pride Parade? What year did it happen? Was it A?
How many questions are there, Tracy? I'm sorry.
I believe there's 6.
Okay.
So 1965, 1968, 1970. It looks like we've got quite a few answers in the chat. And so I'm about to reveal the answer. Boom, 1970. Okay, so that was the first question. So what was the first year of the Pride Parade? And the next question, when was the first protest for gay and lesbian rights in Washington, D.C.? So when was the first protest for gay and lesbian rights in Washington, D.C.? And we have three possible answers. And again, you're going to put the A, B, or C of what you think in the chat. Was it July 4th, 1965? A. B. October 31st, 1965? C. January 1st, 1966. So A, B, or C. What do we think? And Stephanie, we're getting some answers in the chat, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to give it a little bit more time. And again, which was the first for the rights that was walked in Washington, D.C.? Was it A, B, or C? And the answer is, I'm going to close it out. The answer is groovy. July 4th, 1965 was the first. Oh, we got some Terry got it right? Okay, Terry, I see you. Okay, next. What show features the longest running LGBTQ character in TV history? Oh, I see somebody's already went there. Okay, what show features the longest running LGBTQ character in TV history? Is it A, Grey's Anatomy, B, Beverly Hills 90210, going old school for some of my peeps out there. Or was it C, Dynasty? Ooh, that's going back. So was it A, Grey's Anatomy, B, Beverly Hills 90210, C, Dynasty? We've got a lot of answers in the chat, so I'm going to close it out. What was the longest, or what was the newest, or what was the longest running? And it is, boom, Dr. Levy Schmidt at Grey's Anatomy. Uh-oh, Terry's looking like she's coming for somebody. She looks like she's getting it. Okay. What was the first European country to legalize same-sex marriage? What was the first European country to legalize same-sex marriage? And you guys have 3 possible answers. And we've got A, France, B, Thailand, C, the Netherlands. Which country was the first to legalize same-sex marriage? A, France, B, Thailand, C, the Netherlands. Okay, and the answer is, boom, the Netherlands, home of the tulips. Okay, and we've got 2 more questions for you all. When is National Coming Out Day in the United States? When is National Coming Out Day in the United States? And I'm going to give you 3 possibilities. The National Coming Out Day might be A, June 11th, B, October 11th, C, December 11th. I see some sort of 11 going on here, so it might be the 11th. So
Shonda's like just slamming down her answers right away.
Okay, we'll see if she gets it. So we've got June as National Coming Out Day. We've got June 11th, October 11th, December 11th, and the answer is, boom, October 11th. And then we have our final question. So you guys get those fingers ready.
The question is, Alec.
The final question is, what is? The final question, which US president signed the law banning discrimination in federal benefits? Which president signed that law? We've got 3 possible answers for you guys. We have A, President Bill Clinton, B, President Barack Obama, C, President Ronald Reagan. One of these gentlemen signed that bill not allowing benefit discrimination. Who could it be? I wonder. Let's see, I'm gonna give everybody a chance in the chat. Who could it be? Who could it be? And it was Mr. President Barack Obama. So I'm gonna give everyone a round of applause, say thank you so much for playing. I'm actually gonna turn it over now to my colleague, Stephanie, who was monitoring the chat and watching who was getting the answers correct. So Stephanie, do we have the winners yet?
Tracy, yes. I was putting my answers and I did not know. I'm calling from my phone and it goes to the last person that put it on the chat. Okay. So it could be Terry, it could be whomever. I just noticed. Thanks.
Okay. Thank you for letting us know. We appreciate that. So I'm going to turn it over now to my colleague, Stephanie. She was monitoring the chat and she has our winners ready.
Yes, thank you all for participating. I was doing who goes the fastest as well. So in first place, the winner is Laura.
Oh, nice. Laura. And can we let her know what she won, Stephanie?
Yes. So
$5 gift card to Walmart.
Yay. And then in second place, it was a tie, but again, it was who did it the fastest. So LaShawna.
$25 gift card to Walmart.
And in third place, Rocio, you actually got it in third place.
Very cool.
And you win a $10 gift card for Amazon. So thank you guys again.
Thank you everyone for playing, and this will not be the last chance. We have several other gifts today, and we also have Darrell will be doing another exactly like that, a Juneteenth.
You guys already know I'm gonna have to butt in. Can I give that to maybe the 4th person that was in 4th place? You guys already know.
Thank you. Oh, LaShonda, you're so sweet.
I cannot.
Same
here.
Part of our mental
Same
health
here.
department.
Mine can go to the next one.
Mine too. Oh, okay. So
Laura, thank you.
you have a fourth and a fifth runner-up.
So for first place, who was next?
That was
so actually I'll have to go back and see because we were just wondering.
Let's give Stephanie a chance and then we'll revisit that. But
okay, we'll come back with those prizes. Thank you guys.
Awesome, awesome, blossom. Okay, we are rolling on here, people. Oh my goodness, we got a full day. I told you we had a full day, so get ready. We got more gifts to give away. All right, right now, I'm going to turn this over to Tracy once again to read the bio for our guest presenter today, Lili Trujillo. And we just want to welcome her. And I'm so glad she's here today to share with you her story. So Tracy, I'm going to turn this over to you.
Thank you so much. It's my pleasure to introduce Lili Trujillo, is the founder and executive director of Street Racing Kills, a nonprofit organization. By trade, she is a certified interpreter and marketer, interpreting in both Spanish and Italian. Lili is very active in her community as a key club advisor for North High School and the Kiwanis Club of Torrance. She volunteers her time with other organizations that focus on traffic fatalities, including MAD, Streets Are For Everyone, and Los Angeles Walks. To date, she has been interviewed by over 25 media outlets, including the LA Times, LA Opinion, Daily Breeze Channel 4 News, Univision, and GTN America. Lili's latest addition to Street Racing Kills is the Teen Traffic Safety Program, which covers the dangers of DUI, distracting driving, and illegal street racing. Her motto is, life isn't about waiting for the storm to pass, it's about learning how to dance in the rain. And it's my pleasure to introduce Lili Trujillo.
Thank you. Beautiful presentation. Thank you so much. I'm so happy to be here, you guys. I've been waiting for this day. Excited to share our accomplishments, excited to share our story, why we started this, and excited to share what's going on right now and what we're doing about it. Can I share my screen?
Darrell just needs to give you a co-host.
I believe I made you co-host. So you should be able to share.
Okay, right. I see it. Hold on one second.
Yeah, you're co-host.
Okay, can everybody see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Awesome. Okay, so yes, we are Street Racing Kills. We're a youth traffic safety organization. That's actually how we started. We started with just the youth, but with all these reckless driving prevention things that we're doing now, we kind of expanded to not just the youth, but the community in itself. We had to start from scratch because of the problem that I'll be talking about in a little bit. However, I would like to first start by telling you a little what SRK is. So it is a nonprofit organization that was founded by me.
Lili, I think you put yourself on mute. Yeah, you're still on. Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah, the last thing we heard was that you had founded the organization with yourself.
Okay. So yeah, so what is SRK? It's a nonprofit organization founded in 2014 by myself, Lili Trujillo, after my 16-year-old daughter Valentina was killed by a young man who was street racing. So our mission became to save lives by mentoring and creating awareness regarding the dangers of illegal street racing and reckless driving. And as you all know, the media portrays speeding as fun and exciting. You know, we all seen the Fast and the Furious and all these movies coming out there, all these new programs coming out there like Street Outlaws. But the truth is the consequences can be emotionally damaging. As of 2020, cities have seen an increased street racing and sideshows. The California Highway Patrol responded to over 25,152 calls involving speed contests or exhibition of speed. So we're talking about just the calls that they got. That was it. Bill AB 3 is one of the bills that we have supported. We are very happy that it went through. However, Assembly Bill 3 will not be into effect until a couple of years from now. And that will be taking their license away, which right now they don't take their license away. Teen drivers and passengers between the ages of 16 and 19 continued accounted for the 43% of speed-related roadway fatalities. That's why our focus will always be on the youth, and therefore we move forward with the adults and the community. As of July, the numbers of races and street takeovers across Los Angeles has jumped to 27% in 2021, according to the Los Angeles Police Department. So speeding continues to be the #1 cited drivers-related factor in highway fatal crashes, unfortunately. So there is a lot of bills coming out, a lot of campaigns that you guys are going to be seeing. You're probably going to be seeing billboards talking about speed, about, watch your speed. Sometimes they don't want to put just street racing. They want to just go ahead and focus on the speed factor. So you will be seeing a lot of campaigns this year or next year focus on that. Let's watch this video, please. And here, so we, that's just a little bit of crashes. Some of our old, some of our new that we've seen for illegal street racing and showing the damages of it. The lady that you saw screaming, it was actually her boyfriend that was engaged into a street racing while having her son in the car, 10-year-old. And unfortunately, he crashed and killed them. So this is, she's our outreach coordinator in North Carolina. Things like this have gotten worse, throughout the years. That's why we are so involved in everything that we can. We are advocates, and we invite anybody to be an advocate with us. That picture that you see on the left is at the Monique Munoz trial, who just passed away not even a year ago from a father giving for a birthday present a Lamborghini to his son until he killed her. We support bills, to curb illegal street racing and reckless driving. And we invite you to volunteer with us, for the youth traffic safety presentations that we do. We try to do as much as we in the community. That's why we're here with you guys, and I really, really appreciate it. But being advocates and supporting bills and getting involved in volunteering with traffic safety advocates really, really helps. I mean, you would think it doesn't, but you touch one person, you save a life right there. You save a parent from losing a child. So those were all the things that we invite you to join us. Here, I would like just to watch one more video, please. And this is Monique Munoz's trial.
God. And what happened to my daughter was, it was not fair because she deserves to be here.
Carrie Shanks in second.
32-year-old Monique Munoz was killed last month when a Lamborghini slammed into her car.
A 17-year-old who police say was behind the wheel of a brand new Lamborghini SUV is under arrest for a deadly accident in West LA.
She was unique in the way she treated the world. She just had kindness, love. And now we're left with just all the pieces, all the broken pieces.
Such a young, vibrant, beautiful, ambitious young woman, 32 years old.
One of the things that haunts me most is just what Monique experienced in those final moments. But when neighbors tell us that it sounded like a bomb went off, we've seen photos of the car nearly split in two and can't imagine. I never thought that that would have been the last time that I was going to see her. The keys inside of her purse were bent in half. The necklace that was around her neck, we never found it. She was my daughter. She was my best friend. Parents don't bury their children, but I will never be at peace until justice is served for my daughter.
Hi, there's a very, very bad accident on Olympic and Overland.
Okay, Olympic and Overland, how many vehicles?
I think somebody may have been killed.
How many vehicles are involved?
It's very bad. Please.
Yes. How many vehicles are involved?
On fire.
So I'm so sorry for making probably everybody so sad, but this is still going on. I'm sorry. Sorry to that. Hold on, please. Sorry, everyone. Sorry, can everybody hear me now without my dog barking? Sorry about that. So yes, so the reason why we show this because it's reality and it's happening more than we can imagine. That's just a family, you know, that's just one family that's still going through it. They're still suing right now. The father for giving the Lamborghini, even though they got a lot of money, they don't care. It's just the loss, you know, and they were just trying to make it a point. So reason why we show this is because we want people to see, you know, what's happening, what's going on, how many families are being affected by this. And we want to explain, you know, to the public, what is reckless driving? Why some people are like, well, I'm not being reckless. What am I doing? You know, why is this? What is this? So it really, it's driving a motor vehicle in a willful and wanton disregard for the safety of another person's property. You know, forcing your car through the crowd of people, speeding, or not fully passing another car. Sometimes we don't think about it. We're in a hurry and we want to go this way, we want to go that way, and a crash can happen. You know, swerving into an oncoming lane, ignoring traffic lights and stop signs altogether, driving into a sidewalk, distracted driving, road rage, tailgating, you name it, driving impaired, right? So those are all the things that I kind of want to talk a little bit because people don't understand, but why am I being stopped? Why did I do wrong? It wasn't that bad. Or, you know, a lot of people most of the time say, well, I wasn't thinking. We do always in all our presentations that we have a California Highway Patrol. When we go to schools, when we talk to people on our programs, on like this program, sometimes, you know, they're always invited to come, or we have the Los Angeles Police Department. And we talked about sideshows. I don't know how many of you have seen it so much on TV, how they're all over the place, doing their donuts, doing their things. And these are some of the consequences that we talk about.
Viewer discretion is advised.
So yeah, pretty scary, huh? How he just, most of the time, especially if they crash against someone, they will run away. Even the people that are watching, if something happens, they're even themselves afraid to say, oh, something happened to me. Why? Because they happen to be there. So those are the things that we see that are happening constantly and are going on, and why we're so much into trying to support these bills and help so it doesn't happen anymore. What can we do to prevent it? It's so out of control right now. Another thing that we try to talk about with people, with our partners, with the students that we see, it's about try to humanize a little bit more the police and don't see it as your enemy, because police go through a lot and we don't think about it, but it's the stress that they're going through. They are the ones that have to go to your house and to your loved one and give you a notification that your loved one has passed away. They are the ones that he have to give you the little bag that's on the left side with the remainings of the persons. So when you're out there driving recklessly and you never know what can happen to you, but you do not want to end up in a little bag like that with your earrings only there, with your necklace only there, your watch, your cap, your sweatshirt. Why? Because 100% preventable when we put our hands on that wheel. I never ever thought that I would learn about this, but I learned about this the really, really hard way. It was a huge reality check that I never thought it was going to happen to me. You know, I had a beautiful 16-year-old, and as you can see her, full of life, 16, going to high school, enjoying her friends, not thinking that ever something was going to happen to her. She was able to graduate from middle school, but not from high school. And that was taken away. Why was that taken away? Why in December 7, 2013, her life came to a halt? How could this happen to someone that is 16 years old? It was the worst moment of my life. And the reason why I showed you this picture on the left is because the worst moment of my life. This is my daughter's funeral. And as you can see, my son is holding me. I'm not protecting him because I lost it as a parent. I thought I was in a movie. I couldn't understand why. Why could this happen to her? I didn't want to be one of those moms that lost a child. I knew then that I would do everything that I could to make sure this wouldn't happen to you, to anyone. The pain was different from losing my dad and my mom and my brother in the past. It was a complete different ballgame. I knew I was going to do something about it, though, but I didn't know what. It all happened little by little as I started going to schools right away. 5 months later, I was at my first school. The next school, I had a PowerPoint, and I was showing pictures of the funeral. The next school, I had a name for the organization, and it just kept growing from there. And as it kept growing, the problem kept growing. Why? Because nobody wanted to listen. The street racing kills and all this reckless driving situation was going. It wasn't until the problem got bigger. However, I have people contacting me now, and I'm like, what do you want? The table is set. You want a program? Here you go. You want this? Here you go. Why? Because I've been working for this for such a long time. And finally, unfortunately, so bittersweet to find out how many people are dying in the streets and how much we're trying now to do something about it. The good thing about it is that how much things that are already in place, ready to combat the problem, because this has been going for such a long time. But I wanted to make sure I did something about it. I became a program, usually in a nonprofit, you hire a program director, you hire all kinds of positions, right? Well, I started wearing all the hats without even knowing how to do it, right? So I created the programs, but I got people to come in my team, which I was so happy to. Little by little, other victims will start coming and joining us from the pain, from the love, from the passion to solve these problems. I started meeting people that have come out of jail. Like you see right here, his name is Raul Contreras, he's one of our speakers. And at that page that you see right here, he's only 18 years old. Well, he was chasing his girlfriend, he was very upset. And they were fighting. And this is what we call when you say, emotional driving. We tell people don't get in the car if you're upset, if you're fighting and you're mad and you live in your car, because you are not completely concentrating in what you're doing at the wheel, where other people are just driving normal. Raul, unfortunately, while he was chasing her, the girl that was driving the car lost completely control and crashed. And the girl that was 12-year-old that was in the backseat passed away, and the other girl that being paralyzed. At the time, they gave him 22 years. So Raul just got out 6 months ago, and he's one of our best speakers that we have with the youth and with adults as well. He is amazing at sharing his story, and he's ready, he's ready to share and the consequence, talk about it. He's not bitter anymore. He already went through everything while he was in there. So we want to touch everyone in different ways. I mean, we can tell you all about the rules and the laws and the things that are not allowed to be done. Like I just talked about what reckless driving was, but we want to touch people in their heart so they can see reality. When we talk to the teenagers at the schools, when we talk in community events as well, and even the program that we have a reckless driving intervention program where the court sends us these kids that you see at the streets right now doing the takeovers and spinning around and just watching. We have him talk about what are the consequences, what happened to him as a human being, I talked to him and he's literally like a teenager. He doesn't act like a 40-year-old man. He acts like an 18-year-old because his life stopped at 18. So we're very, very happy to have him. And not only that, what we do also is that we invite everybody to come to the track. We're giving you a place where you can go, right? So one of the things that I'm telling you guys, if you know of anybody, and tell them, you know what, I know some tracks are far away. I think maybe you guys are closer to Palmdale, right? But there is there's Willow Springs where people can go and have fun, enjoy the car culture, enjoy the cool car that you have, but take it off the streets. Even some of the things that they think is that because it's at nighttime or it's a big long strip, we can do it. You're still in a controlled environment. Anything can happen. You are not a professional racer, especially, speed will take a toll on you and can kill you. People at the track have crashes, but we have someone there that's going to help you. So LASD Motorsports, and I would love for you guys to check out their website as well. It's the sheriff's department, and they race, and they invite people to go to the race, and they also come with us and partner with us, and we do a lot of things together. But there is a way to take people off the streets and try to help them and still let them enjoy their car and what they're doing and give them a place to go. This is us. And as you can see, this is my team. And we are all at the track in Irwindale. And we give them free tickets to go. So anytime anybody wants to come with us, hit us up at the SRK team, and we are there to help you and to go with you. And I personally don't like the smell of burnt rubber. I feel like I'm going to get cancer or something, but they love it. They love seeing it. I love being there too as well, just to see. Sometimes we get to see some of our students and our reckless drivers that they got cited for a ticket. They had to attend our program, and they actually go visit us over there, and we all have a good time doing it the right way. So it's not like we're really like taking it away and say, oh, you can never do this. There is a place where you can do this and be safe about it and still enjoy what you're doing. Schools, you know, if you have a teen, you know, send it over to us. Let's do a high school project with the teen. A lot of teens like to do high school projects. Well, I had some teens that are like, oh, can you come to my school? And I'm like, okay, what do you want to cover besides street racing? Because you have to cover well, we want to cover emotional driving. We want to cover distracted driving. And we'll bring a speaker from the Connor Lynch Foundation to talk to you about distracted driving, a victim. I like to bring victim speakers because they've been through it and they will talk and share from their heart. I know, and we talk, of course, about the rules, why you shouldn't do that. But when you see a person that's been touched by it, that has lost someone or has been injured, it's just going to touch these teenagers. That's what we do so many programs at the school. We give them bands. We do reenactments, you know, and pretend we get kids to, you're the one that got run over, you're the one that was driving, you're the one that's going to be getting arrested, and they love it. That reenactment will touch them somehow. We even give them a little steering wheel so they can challenge each other to a race or try to do something crazy. And why not? We show a notification when the parent has to find out. I play the parent. Sometimes the teacher wants to play the parent. So it's very involving and it's very touching. And it's something that we just love to do. And as you can see, we have a lot of people from different nonprofits, traffic safety nonprofits that come and help us out, like Mad Mother Second Strand Drivers, Streets Are for Everyone, SAFE, the California Highway Patrol, the Los Angeles, but we always bring a police officer. So any community event that you would like us to go, please, you know, contact us. We'll be more than happy to go to your schools, touch every subject that is necessary to keep our teens safe. Let them have their dreams, let them create their dreams, and they can make a story out of their lives, not a poem. It is not fair when something happens to them, but we know that they're young. We were all young one time, right? And we're not afraid of anything, right? We're like, okay, I can do this. There's no fear, right, in that. And this is, I would like to introduce you to my board. And we have our treasurer, we have our community relations director, Maria, that you see in the bottom. She is actually the mom that lost her son in North Carolina. And of course, we're so blessed to have our video and media producers. They both are married and they're great in helping us with the videos that you've been watching. They're the ones that make those videos for us free of charge. So they are amazing. And more than anything, we just want to ask everybody, you know, to just make it home safely, right? Just, you know, stay away the race, be the driver that you would like the people that you love the most to be. So we ask people to be that driver. You wouldn't, I always tell these kids, you wouldn't want your mother to be driving like you, right? You wouldn't want your little brother to be at a takeover watching because you know he's in danger, right? So be that driver because the lives of others depends on your daily driving. And more than anything, save it for the track. Go to a place where it's legal. So we try to really get everyone to go to a place where there's nothing can happen to them. And some people, to be honest with you, after they get a ticket and they have to attend our programs, they're like, I'm done, honestly. And some are like, I want to go to the track. I want to go to a place where I can do it the legal way. So, and some of them, to be honest with you, they have become volunteers. We are advocating for more tracks. We think there should be more, especially in Los Angeles. We don't have a lot of them. We think we have to give them a place. And, the bad seats will always be the bad seats. But I do believe that everybody, and that there can be a change in anyone. But I do also believe that we can do this before anything bad happens, that we can prevent it 100%. That's why we call them crashes and we don't call them accidents. Crash is a crash, and accident is when you just spill a glass of water. So we try to even teach the media now, and we are saying, we have a little slogan, crash, not accident, that we're talking about. They're 100% preventables, and we believe in mentoring our future drivers because they are the ones that are going to change the future. That's why we focus on us, and then when we go to the schools. So invite us to your school, invite us to your community. I'll be more than happy to do that. I do this with my heart, and I don't do it alone. I have Valentina with me, who's the boss. And believe me, you guys, she was bossy when she was a teenager, and she's still bossing me around. So whatever you guys want us, we'll be happy to be there. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lili, for sharing your story. And I know I was looking at some of the comments in the chat. Appreciate you turning what was so hurtful into something helpful. What could have been considered evil turned into something good. So thank you for sharing with us. And I know it was a lot that we encountered. So we're going to take just a few seconds, just a few moments. I just want to take us through that moment of Selah, pause. Let's breathe. Let's calmly get rid of some of that anxiety, because that can build anxiety. So if you're here, just do me a brief favor. Just get comfortable where you are, wherever you are. Take a deep breath. Just breathe. Breathe in. Breathe in some peace. Breathe in.
Can I have my phone, please,
hope.
when you have a chance?
Yeah.
And my mouse?
And then breathe out. Breathe out anxiety. Yeah. Take another deep breath in. There is hope. So take a deep breath. Breathe in hope. Hold it. Just where you are, there is hope. Now breathe out fear. Yeah, let it go. One more breath. Let's breathe in some love. Let's breathe out discord. This is a moment, and we celebrate. We are alive. We celebrate helping others, making right choices. Again, Lili, thank you so much for what you do. I appreciate it. I'm sure others as well. We're going to continue on, and I'm going to share my screen. So give me a moment.
While you're sharing the screen,
yes.
Can I update on the winners from the last game?
Please do, Miss Sylvia.
Okay, so for first place, Rocio has moved into that slot. So congratulations, Rocio, you're getting a $75 Walmart card. Second place, Miss Terry, you moved into second place and you're getting a $25 gift card. And third place goes to Demisha Jones. You get a $10 Amazon gift card. Congratulations.
Awesome sauce. Awesome sauce.
And make sure that you guys are signing in, that we have your address, because all this will be mailed to you. So we got to make sure that we have all your information.
Yes, yes. Okay. All right. Now, are you ready? Okay. I think I'm going to do this right. Well, maybe not. Am I frozen?
Nope, we can see you, girl.
You can see me?
Yep, and we can hear you talking. Yep, you're good to go.
Okay. This is a good thing. I was like, oh, here we go. All right. So for many of you, we know also June represents a special part in African-American history.
Real quick, you're showing your whole, we can see everything. So I would start with
oh, Lord have mercy. I don't want y'all to see everything because we do have questions. Thank you, Tracy LaMonica. Okay. This is why I love my coworkers. We work together as a team. We make teamwork, makes the dream work. So like I was saying, June, we also celebrate the African-American History Month of Juneteenth. And so I thought it would be really super cool if we find out what is Juneteenth. You might have heard about a lot of the celebrations that are taking place this weekend. Every weekend there seems to be something going on pertaining to Juneteenth. And so I just have a quick game, and we're going to answer it. Now we're going to do something a little different than we did before, but we're going to get those answers. Okay, this is the stipulation. If you are a CB worker, Children's Bureau, or Best Start, you can't play. Don't you answer nothing, just in your head. But everybody else, please participate, okay? All right, here we go. What do you know about Juneteenth? Okay. What Texas town did federal troops march in and to save the free slaves? What Texas town did federal troops march into to set the slaves free? And I'm going to give you a count of drop those answers in 3, in 2, in 1. Time's up. Time's up. And the answer is Galveston, Texas. Whoop, whoop. Galveston. Awesome little beach town. I love Galveston. Love Galveston. Good food there too. Next question. When did the federal troops arrive in Galveston to set the slaves free? Answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Time's up. And the answer is dun, 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 1865. And yes, that was before my birthday, Tracy. Don't say nothing smart. All right, 1865 it was, people. Hold on. Next question. Oh, you're going to love this. What is Juneteenth short for? A, June to the 10th power, June 19th, or June emancipation? And the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Time's up. Boop, boop, boop. And the answer is, oh, come on now. Don't get stuck on me. You know when you want to say something. There you go. You had extra time. It is June 19th. That's what Juneteenth stands for. That is Ebonics for June 19th. Juneteenth. That's how, you know, that's another language. It's called Ebonics. June 19th. All right. Next question. Approximately how many slaves were freed in Texas under the Emancipation Proclamation? And the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bum, 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 bum. 250,000 slaves were freed in Galveston. Wow, wow, wow. All right, here you go. Exactly who started Juneteenth? A, civil rights organizers, B, Black Panther organization, or C, the freedmen? And the answer in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stop. The answer is bum, 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 bum. The freedmen organized what they call Jubilee Day on June 19th, 1866. And the commemorations in the following decades include music. We love our music, barbecue, prayer services, and more as Black people migrated from Texas to other parts of the country. We still have our barbecue, our bake-outs, our clam bakes. It is such a great time. And when did Juneteenth become an official holiday? And the answer is A, 1945, B, 1965, or C, 1979. And the answer is 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bum, 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 bum. I remember this. 1979, and Texas became the first state to recognize it. Yeah, that's what's it's going down in Texas, y'all. Texas, they go big or go home. I want to thank you so much for sharing in this with me. It was so much fun. So, okay, here we go. Let me go back. Okay, so, Steffi, where you at? Are you ready?
What we're gonna do, Darrell, is as you move on to the next slide, do the presentation, we wanna make sure that we tally this correctly. And as soon as the video is done, we will announce the winners.
Awesome,
okay?
Awesome. So this is what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to share my screen briefly, just briefly, because we have, did y'all like that? Real, that was fun, right? I know. It was. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes, Darrell.
All right, now we have another presentation I think you're going to enjoy. This is our Best Start Showcase. And I am turning this over to my girl, Tracy. Oh, this is going to be really great. I hope you enjoyed this one. Tracy?
Thank you, Darrell. Yes, we are about, I'm going to show you a 2-minute video, and this is a recap of the last 6 months. We had so many trainings, we did a lot of events, and like Sylvia mentioned, if we're at an event, we try to post it on Facebook and Instagram, so try and come on by. We love to see our residents out there. I know we've seen a couple of you, but it's always great to see. But now we're going to do a showcase. So I'm going to share my screen, and it's going to be a 2-minute video of our last 6 months. And so let me just get this set up for everyone. And I'm going to minimize this, maximize it. One moment. And let me share and make sure. Okay, here we go. And I think it says it all right there. The last sentence, or the last, Antelope Valley stronger together. I love that. I think that's so perfect. That's what we are. And yeah, it's Antelope Valley stronger together. So back to you, Darrell.
Awesome, awesome. Thank you so much, Tracy. That was awesome. I love that little video clip. Sylvia, do we have our winners for our Juneteenth?
We definitely have our winners, and I'll start off with third place. A $10 Amazon gift card goes to Demisha.
She's like, what?
Second place for a $25 Walmart gift card goes to Ms. Brandy.
Woo-hoo.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And first place, $75 gift card to Walmart goes to Yanira. Congratulations.
Yanira, awesome. Congratulations to our winners. All right. Congratulations, everyone. I am going to share my screen one more time. And I want you to take a look at—
Darrell, I think someone was raising their hand.
Okay, can we answer that one, please?
It's me, Demisha. Hi, guys.
Hi, Demisha.
Hey, I was just going to say for that second one of mine, you can go ahead and pay it forward. I've never won anything. I'm always the one giving things out, right? But yeah, definitely pay it forward to the next person. I appreciate it.
That is awesome. So then
have such gracious people.
The gift card will then go to Marcia Sanchez. Congratulations.
Awesome. I love it. Yay. Woo woo. So we have done quite a bit in this short 6 months. Can you all believe we are already in June? From January to now, we have taken great strides here within our Best Start AV. So I want you to see what we've done so far. Tracy, take it from here. LaMonica.
This is so exciting. This just happened on Tuesday. I was privileged. I'm in the middle there in that picture. I was so privileged to be a part of the AV Smoke Free Coalition. It was made up of many different nonprofits in the AV. It was headed by our very illustrious AVPH, who is our contractor. They're our organizers. So, you know, Flora and Jessica are on the call right now, but it was really exciting. So on what it was a 3-year DPH, a Department of Public Health grant to make Lancaster and Palmdale smoke-free, the public areas, the parks. And so Palmdale passed it a little bit ago. On Tuesday, we went to our final hearing for in front of the City Council. That's where we were on Tuesday, and they approved it. And so it was very exciting. It was a unanimous, unanimous approval. And so the next step is to move forward and have the parks and the open spaces be smoke free. And so that's some of our, our coalition there. Adele Domingo's on the left there. The Queens of Lancaster were there. We had Joanna Cantiok, who used to be with AVPH, Stephen Updike with Tarzana Treatment, Andy with AVPH, Jacqueline Johnson on the end there. So it was just a really exciting. So I wanted to share that with you. Just you know, a true kind of, exactly like what Sylvia said, a true systematic change is what we work on with Best Start to really move something forward and for the healthy children and families of the Antelope Valley. So super excited to share that news with you. That just happened on Tuesday. And this is the Policy Leadership Academy. So I'm not sure if we have any of the cohort 1 here that happened. The cohort was a policy academy. You saw it in the video. It was a 10-week course that really delved into policy. We had many different speakers. We had our Assemblyman Lackey. We had our Congressman Garcia. We had our own Kimberly Garrett from Children's Bureau of Southern California. Many different speakers, including Ms. Dolores Huerta, kind of what I call the living legend here in California, speak. So it was super exciting. And it did end in March. I know we're going to talk about it a little bit later, but there is a second cohort coming. So if that is of an interest to you, and I know I've got several people on the call here that have signed up for the second one, we welcome you. We've got about 27 people signed up already. So I'm super excited that this is going to be another great policy academy to really delve into that with our residents and stakeholders in the Antelope Valley. And this is our child abuse prevention. So as you may be aware, child abuse prevention, as Sylvia mentioned in the beginning of the meeting, child abuse prevention is one of our community change agendas that we work on in the Antelope Valley. And this was our child abuse prevention speaker series. April is also Child Abuse Prevention Month. So we were really fortunate to have Sheila Boxley, Katie, Corey, Tricia, Sonia, Shenandoah. We had a real wealth of knowledge here. And this was every Wednesday in April. So it has ended, but it was super successful and really, again, had a in-depth conversation on child abuse prevention and the many aspects of it, how to combat, how to look into and prevent. And so that was really exciting for Child Abuse Prevention Month. And this was also our Engaging Diversity and Equity Inclusion. This is still going on. This has been going on since March. If some of you may know her, our facilitator is Danielle Johnson. She's great. She did an implicit bias training last year. She's a speaker at the Academy, and she's also been doing our Equity, Diversion, Inclusion. So it meets twice. It's the first Thursday and the second Friday of the month. So again, I know all of these that are still happening will be sent to you, so you don't need to write anything down, but that is still going on, and it will be happening again in July and August. So again, what's coming up is LGBTQ and inclusion. So if that's of an interest to you, urge you to join. We do have room. And then the financial literacy workshop, we utilize the Martin sisters, Quenta and Christina. We had 4 workshops, 2 Tuesdays and 2 Saturdays, delving into budgeting, family, financial, the tax toolbox, really, really informative. And again, helping capacity build with our residents and our families. And I think that's it for me. Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Tracy. Also, just so you know, the Boys and Girls Club of the Antelope Valley had summer camp. And we were really fortunate to help 16 families in the AV receive Best Start scholarships for summer camps. That, for the Antelope Valley, that's a big thing, to have that ability to send their children to a summer camp and enjoy. Also, we had the privilege of having our COVID impact assistance, our CEPA funds, to help over 400 families in the AV with assisting with grocery, gift cards, and utility assistance. We were really excited to be able to do that drive-through. And here are some of our upcoming events. Emotional wellness training from June 28th to the 30th. On the 28th, we have, I believe it is the English speaking, and the 30th, the Spanish, one of those. We have our Policy Leadership Academy starts in August. Also, our Community Heart starts July the 8th, as well as Trauma Informed Masterclass, which starts July the 13th.
And I'd like to talk a little bit about the emotional wellness trainings, Darrell, if I may.
Yes, you may.
So one of the things that the Department of Mental Health has been wanting to do is
Did she freeze?
Yeah, I think she did.
Resources.
I'm gonna.
Or can actually put resources on this platform to help any family. Am I still frozen?
Yeah, you were buffering. Oh, okay.
It's the AV internet.
Yep.
We're blaming that, the AV internet and the winds. So one of the things that we want to be able to have as a community is have a place where we can share resources. We can send people within our families, our neighbors, our friends to a platform where there'll be a listing of resources for anybody who needs wellness, who needs mental health services, who needs a doula, who needs birthing classes, you know, anything that you can imagine that has to do with, you know, the first 5 years of life. So what they're doing now is they're setting up this platform, and on the 28th and on the 30th, they're having these trainings so that we can start educating the community on how to use this platform. Anybody who participates in this training will also receive a $25 gift card, and people are encouraged to attend so that if there may be a resource that maybe they're not even aware of, we can add that to the platform. And it could be alternative types of healing, alternative therapy classes, anything that you feel, or self-care classes, anything like that. We want to be able to have all the different types of wellness resources on this platform. So we really encourage everybody to attend that. And then next slide. And the next academy, as we mentioned, that we are going to be doing is the Community Heart. And what this is it's an academy that really is looking at bringing the community together so that we can address different things. We want to have an academy that is, or a curriculum that is culturally responsive. We want to make sure that during these sessions around the themes such as interpersonal harm, racial trauma, repair and healing, and compassionate accountability, we want to make sure that people are starting to gain some tools as a community to really address the racial and collective trauma that's happening in the community. We want to reframe the narrative towards healing and transformative justice. We want to address the challenges of advancing racial equity, diversity, and inclusion. And what we also want to do is we want to deepen the awareness and knowledge of how racial collective trauma shows up in the interpersonal, the organizational, and the community context. And we really want to just provide an alternative access to holistic wellness and mental health services. Again, it's a 6-month academy, but we really encourage people to take part in this. There's going to be some really amazing tools that we're going to put together to add to our tool chest of resources in the community. And next slide. And again, like Tracy said, we are continued to do the DEI trainings, the diversity, equity, and inclusion trainings. Again, all the information we showed here today, we will make sure to email it to you. There's also some other information that's coming your way on how to access this information that you'll have access to as well in other platforms. So I will hand it off to my colleague, Christine and Stephanie.
Okay, just real quick, I'm going to talk about the Policy Academy. Calling all my political nerds, and I'm a self-confessed political nerd. This is what I live for. I love this. This is the Policy Academy. So I'm not sure who is on the call that is joined the first one or the second one. But again, this is going to be starting in August, starting in it's going to be the first Tuesday in the morning in August. And again, we're going to have a wealth of speakers. We've got some great speakers. And again, it's just going to really delve into policy. And in that same vein, the policy committee is starting. So I do know that several on the call have signed up for the committee, and that's really going to be taking it a step further. You know, like a lot like Lili Trujillo talked about the bills that they're looking at with racing and trying to, you know, alleviate. That's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at what's going on in the AV. How can we, you know, help families and children, and what can we do to really further and take that next step? So super excited about that. So that's going to be starting probably in the next couple of weeks. So again, those are just things to keep on your radar. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Tracy and Sylvia. Appreciate you. Next, I'm going to turn this over, and I'm going to stop sharing and turn this over to my colleague, Christine and Stephanie.
Hi, everybody. Good to see you all again. So I wanted to bring up a project that we're going to be working on this summer, which is the parent survey. And this is inspired by a survey we did in Anaheim, where basically a bunch of the local agencies and the school districts and those types of stakeholders wanted to understand what parents and families need in Anaheim now that the impact of COVID is being realized, right? We know that families are needing different things now than they probably needed 2, 3, 4 years ago. So we put together a survey, and we in Anaheim, and we actually had over 200 families respond to the survey, which was awesome. So I wanted to bring that opportunity here to the Antelope Valley. And if anybody is interested in helping put together this survey, we are going to have a meeting next week on Thursday at 1 p.m. and we'll send an email with all of that Zoom information. So all it would require is, we already have a bunch of the questions, and we just want to make sure that the questions are relevant to the Antelope Valley, that they meet everyone's needs here in the Antelope Valley. And then also we're going to need your help spreading the survey out, right? So that we could get as many families as possible. And I'm convinced that we can beat the Anaheim result of 200 families. I'm sure we can beat that here in the Antelope Valley. So if you are interested in helping create this survey, just, you know, putting your thoughts into what questions should be asked, definitely attend our meeting next Thursday at 1 p.m. And like I said, I'll send an email out with that information. So keep an eye out for that. And then I have another survey that I'm hoping you all have time to take with me just right here, right now. And it's just to understand, I know everybody in this group works at different nonprofits, volunteers at different nonprofits, or just are affiliated with different organizations. So I'm gonna put a survey in the chat, and whoever is the first person to complete the survey will win a prize today. And if you don't feel like taking it right now, you know, just copy the link and take it at your convenience. And it's just to simply state what nonprofits we have in our Best Start network, who is affiliated with them. That's all we want to know, so that we can then, as you might have seen in the past, we've done network maps, we've done network analyses. So we're just trying to fully put all of that information together for everyone. And then we'll come back and just share a really full network map. So I already put the survey in the chat. If you can, please just take 2 minutes to go through it. And if when you finish it, put your name in the chat saying you finished it.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Well, we're getting close to the end of our time, and we don't want to hold you any longer than we have to. So we just want to, I'm going to share my screen because I just have a few announcements and flyers that I want to share with you. Don't worry, you're going to get these sent to you. They're also going to be listed on our website and in our Facebook page and everything like that. But I want to share just a few things, and I'm going to ask my fellow co-workers from AVPH, Flora, I want you to get ready. Are you ready?
Yes, very ready.
All right. She said I was born ready, Darrell.
I'm super ready and excited. I do want to share about our Father's Day extravaganza coming up. Please come out and visit us on Saturday, June 25th from 4 to 7 p.m. We are collaborating in just creating this great fun event. It is free to the whole community, but emphasis on celebrating all the dads here in the AV. So we have about like 28 resource vendors on board. Every table will have information about what's going on in the community. It is all free. We'll have activities. There'll be a car display, like a car show with nice, cool cars. There'll be opportunities for drawing, music, and free food. So we do encourage everyone to join us. It is AVPH. It is an outdoor event. And just join us. Have fun with us. We do encourage everyone to come by.
Thank you so much, Flora. Also, note that the Devil's Punch Bowl has some creative activities going on there. TJ Maxx. Listen, this is going to be sent to you, but know that TJ Maxx is giving out, you're set to receive a $100 gift card and learn about all things early childhood, early care and education empowerment toolkit. You can scan that, or we're going to send it to you. So don't worry, it's going to be there, but you might want to really look into registering for this. Also, if you have some teenagers and some young adults that need a job, which they need something to do during the summertime, hiring, looking for a summer job, work at your local LA County park. Instead of letting them sit home all day, running up your electricity bill, get them to work. I believe in child labor. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so they're hiring now, ages 14 to 24. Oh my goodness. Okay, what is QSLA, Dual Language Learning Initiative? We want to make sure we have an environment that will encourage reading for bilingual, monolingual kids. So we're going to be teaching reading. Listen, this information is going to come to you. This is an awesome, awesome experience. And we are so happy to be a part of this with Best Start. We made it. Listen, contact us. Be a part of us. Join our group site. Link in, go to our link tree. You'll see what Best Start is doing. Thank you so much for joining us. I know you have a lot to do today. You could have been any place else this morning, but thank you for being with us. Thank you so much. And we look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great, fantastic, groovy day, y'all.
Thank you, everybody. It was awesome seeing you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.